How you doing, guys? How you doing? I hope you're all well. I wanted to do a video about this earlier on, but I thought I'd leave it to the evening to really sit down and have a little think about it. And it's about Paul Gascoigne. You may or may not know, but Gazza was one of my all-time Spurs favourite players, if not the most favourite player growing up. And I read an article earlier on saying that Paul Gascoigne, it's from football.london, Paul Gascoigne's homeless and living with his agent, and he admits that he's in trouble. I'll read the article. I'll try see how much I can read of it. Paul Gascoigne revealed that he is now homeless and battling with alcoholism. The former Tottenham and England footballer is living with his agent as he continues to fight issues relating to alcohol, gambling and mental health. While appearing on High Performance Podcast, the 56-year-old bravely discussed his difficulty. He said, I used to be a happy drunk. I ain't anymore. I'm a sad drunk. I don't go out and drink. I drink indoors. If I want to make it a bad day, all I need to do is go down to the pub. If I want to make it a good day, I'll get my flying rod out and go fishing. It's not the drinking, it's the afterwards. Looking at my phone after and seeing 30 messages or missed calls. I know I'm in trouble, but I've been all right. Last year wasn't brilliant, was off and on for a couple of months. I went to a meeting the other night, so that was all right. Just an AA meeting. I went with a friend and that was okay. They're all right, harmless. The former England international continued, people know Paul Gascoigne, but Gazza, no one knows, even me sometimes, he said. I spent a lot of years being down when I did my ligaments and then my kneecap. I missed 4 years of football. I would have got 100 caps for England. I try not to get down because the world's already down enough. And when I'm really down, that's when I pick up a drink to cheer myself up. I don't think I let any managers down, or the players, or the fans. If there was anyone I let down, you'd know if I let anyone down. It was myself, but more the drinking side when I finished playing. Gascoigne then added, I called Kate Davis, his agent, up in November a few years ago, crying my eyes out. What I put myself through, the other people, jail and rehab, taking cocaine off toilet seats, and then I'm asked to be ambassador for my country. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. When I do these venues, the speaking engagements, I hardly talk about football. More the crazy stuff I used to get up to. I've got to get straight in and get them laughing. There's a few times when I've cried on stage and can be emotionally soft. It doesn't take long for us to cry sometimes. I keep a lot of stuff in, stuff I should share, but get scared of sharing with people. I don't think I'll ever grow up, which I don't mind, you know. You know what? I know this is like, and many of you say, he's had ample opportunities to get help. He's had a lot of people reach out to him to give him help. And fundamentally, what it comes down to that it's got to come from within. It's got to come from individuals, but I don't know, man. Sometimes the struggles are too much for any individual to deal with. Reading, and for those who are Gascoigne fans, like many Spurs fans, and none, to be fair, we want him well. We want him well. We want him to do well. It's no longer about football anymore. Football finished for him a long, long time ago, but more than the human side. Hate to see national gems, and he was a national gem for England. It probably still is a massive gem. We want him to do well. All these ex-footballers, particularly in his case, who have struggled a lot of their lives. It's just hard for me. Whenever I read about Gascoigne, I always, wish him to be well. I've met him a few times. I've had photos taken with him, had conversations with him. Last time I saw him, I was with my son. We had a photo together, his son, my England shirt, the 1990 World Cup. And did you know what? Every time I've met him, he's been at different stages. Like the first time I ever met him, he was in a bad way. I felt like it was like the outside of him was him, but the inside was just nowhere to be seen. And then the last time I met him, he was in such a good space, good place. He was funny, really charming. One of us, if you like, just having a laugh and just being Gascoigne, really. So to now see, that he continued. I just thought last time I saw him, I thought, you know what, this could be the real turning point, and I was hoping it would be the turning point. He had the tan. He looked really well, and and it looked like he was getting looked after. He was doing a lot of these speaking events at the time and stuff like that. But maybe that was part of the journey, being someone being looked after and giving something back in return of doing these speaking and autographed signings and stuff like that. He looked to be in a good place. I thought, you know what, even if he's doing all these, it's good to keep him busy. And if he's keeping busy, maybe he's not doing what we know him to do. And in return, they look after him at the very least. And now to read that he's now homeless and living with his agent and stuff like that. And big up to the agent for taking him on board. It can't be the easiest of things to do, but at least he's getting looked after. I hope he carries on going to his meetings and just finds a way to just deal with it, show as it comes. I don't know if he'll ever get to that place. I don't know. Many years I thought, I felt the worst for him, and there's like, what would happen to him and stuff like that. And will he make it through to see another year? And, you're thinking, how could I care so much for someone I hardly ever know? He's not a family member, anything like that. So it's just really weird, the connection that you have with someone you've met a handful of times. But like I said, he's one of my favourite England players. It's what got me to become a Spurs fan, and that's the truth of it. And it's just someone, I had the luck to meet a few times, and just want him to do well. Hate to hear with people struggling, and I don't want to take it, I don't want to. But the reality of the matter is there's enough going on around the world, like he said, and to really, it's just tough to hear things like that. And I wanted to wish him first and foremost well, or anyone else out there that perhaps are having similar sort of struggles. I hope you speak to someone that you can trust and get the help. And there is help out there, guys, that you can receive. And just keeping your head above water, essentially, is what one can do, man. Guys, it's a bit of a one for me, man. Tomorrow will be a better day. And it just affects me when I see and read people struggling. And I know it's like, people like, he's had a lot in his life. He's had a lot of good in his life, and he's had a lot, ample opportunities. And not many of people perhaps reading or even watching this video will say, you know what, I feel for people struggling, but he's had ample opportunities to sort himself out, and he hasn't. We don't know the man's struggles. We know of them from outside. We don't know the ones he's having within. So all I can hope that is he gets well soon, and just one foot in front of each other every day, and tries to make the best of the life that he has. If it is fishing, let it be fishing. Whatever else that keeps him afloat. And if any of you guys are struggling out there or have similar sort of struggles, make sure you seek help from any source possible. Speak to someone about it, and yeah, hit me up on the DMs if you want to have a chat or anything like that. I'm happy to help anyone that requires an ear to listen to, or whatever like that. Anything like that, I'm down for. Guys, I wish you a good night. I wish Gascoigne a super recovery. I hope he gets his sorted out, gets a place. Everyone deserves to have peace, more importantly, even more so in today's world. Look, I hope I haven't got you too down about it. It just set me off. Reading that Gascoigne thing really just made me think. And I wanted to do a video when I read about it this afternoon, but I thought I want to get home and just sit down, chill out, and have a little chat with you guys, because it's been a little while. And no, I don't want to talk about the interest rates or the interest and what happened today at Spurs with Daniel Levy and 6% going up on season ticket. I'll leave that stuff to Stel, and I'm sure he'll cover that more if he hasn't already. But yeah, guys, have a good night. Enjoy the Champions League football. Look after yourselves, and I'll be seeing you too very, very, very soon. As always, forever always, come on, Gascoigne.